Coming to you live this week from Centennial Park in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm your host, Kelley Boston, and if you think you're a normal person, welcome to the Normal Person Podcast.
Some people act like normal's a four-letter word, but most of us want to be normal. To sit and talk for a bit about it, whatever it is. Are you okay today to press play? Is there any other way to be normal?
This week, we've taken the mobile podcast setup on the road to Nashville, Tennessee, where we'll be diving into the surprisingly interesting topic of birthday memories.
When I turned 40, I jumped out of an airplane in a tandem skydive that morning.
Every year from 40 until now, a group of 5 of us get together, rent a cabin, dance at the bar, and have a few drinks and have a really good dinner.
One year, my family asked what I wanted for my cake. And I said, a chocolate cake. I love chocolate. And they did such a good job.
She would always just tell me, look, we're going to be nothing more than friends. And lo and behold, we had our first kiss on my 25th birthday.
I went to this water park with one of my friends. That was the best day ever. I want to replay that day every single day of my life.
On this episode, we're asking passing strangers to sit down and share not only what their best birthday memory is, but also what they think the best way to celebrate this once-a-year special event actually is. Whether you're the type of person who doesn't care at all, or if you're someone who looks forward to your birthday all year round, take a moment to reflect on your own birthday memories. What's your all-time favorite memory and why? And what do you have planned for your next birthday? Now, sit back, relax, and let's hear what our many amazing guests have to say about today's topic. Kicking things off with a one-wheel enthusiast who just so happened to be skating by right when we finished setting up our mobile podcast booth. Jeremy?
Yes, hey, Kelley.
Hi, Jeremy. Welcome to the Normal Person Podcast. We're in Centennial Park in Nashville today, and we'll get to the question in a second, but I saw you riding around on a one-wheel, so is that something you like to do for fun?
Oh, yeah, it's probably the one thing that's transformed my life. Right, and how I meet people, how I interact with people, and how I interact with the world.
You said transformative. In what way?
Some of my friends, the way they relax and cut loose is they go out to bars and drink and all, a little substance. And for me, one-wheeling is the way to go. Like, it's a way to instantly put you inside of your environment.
Wow.
Right? When you're on the one wheel, you're not only trying to pay attention to make sure you don't kill yourself, because these can go up to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But you're also like taking in the scenery, you're seeing the world in a different way. It's so much fun. It just draws you into an environment. But beyond that, I've met so many different people on this one wheel.
You think it's a very supportive community?
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all ever do like group rides? Like how many one wheel, like kind of like motorcycle gangs, but one wheels?
Yeah. I can go right now. If I was going to be in Nashville any longer, I would jump on the Facebook one wheel group and I'd be on a group ride tonight.
If someone wanted to get into one-wheeling, what's a good first step, and what have you learned or advice you would pass on?
What I would say is, first of all, you can buy it used. Okay, they're very expensive starting off. I think the one I'm riding is like $2,000 retail, but you can go on Facebook and buy it used, and you're going to get it beaten up.
Is there a significant difference in like quality among when you go up price tiers?
It is. So I have two. This is the $2,000 one, the GT, and this one I can take anywhere. I can go on trails, I was in Arkansas just yesterday, riding trails, mountain bike trails and all that with it. And so you can go on sand and dirt, but...
Wow. So very versatile.
Very versatile.
Very versatile. How long did it take you to feel comfortable standing on it?
About a month. Even now, I get hit I land a couple times and get beaten up a little bit. But
yeah, but it's part of the sport.
Yeah. Wear wrist guards. That's rule number 1. Because you see my wrist guards, they're all like tore up from the floor up.
Yeah. Okay, so safety first.
Yeah, safety
but
first.
Community second.
Yeah.
All right, well, I feel like we've gotten to know each other a little bit, and also very interested in one-wheeling now. And happy that you have found a community. It sounds very exciting.
It is.
Today's question is about birthdays, a day that every human shares. We all have a birthday, I hope. Is there a special birthday memory that really sticks out to you in your life?
Just gotta make sure my wife's not around here.
Okay. Is she one-wheeling too?
No.
Okay.
No. Probably my 25th birthday.
Okay, was that?
There was this girl I really liked, and for about 8 years, I tried. I was stuck in that friend zone.
Yeah.
Bros, I was there, and I tried everything I could. did everything, and she would always just tell me, look, we're going to be nothing more than friends. And lo and behold, on my 25th birthday, we had a conversation, and me and her decided to start a relationship, a dating relationship. And so
on your birthday?
On my birthday.
Nice.
And we had our first kiss on that birthday.
Wow. Was it your first kiss?
Yeah, that's how much of a lack of, is it Riz? How little Riz I have.
Hey, it's okay.
So, yeah, I was 25, first kiss.
Wow.
But it was a girl that I worked for, and it didn't work out because I learned that after being friends for so long, it just felt weird. It was like you're dating your sister at that point.
Yeah, it is weird.
But it was still fun. It was still a fun experience, and I'm glad I got to share that first kiss with her.
So break this down a little bit for me. Like, was this like your birthday party?
We had always spent a lot of time together.
Okay.
And that one was a real simple birthday party because we were already talking that morning, and I think she was setting up just like a special night. And so she actually staged it to where we even met my parents for dinner.
Wow.
But she said, yeah, let's go out with your family. And I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
And so we went out, had dinner with them. And then afterwards, we just had some alone time, and she just brought out a little birthday cake, and then we had a conversation, and then we shared that kiss.
That's very special. Would you say that, and you don't have to answer, you can plead the fifth here, but is that like your favorite birthday gift you've ever gotten?
I don't know if it was my favorite birthday gift. Maybe one of my favorite. It's one of my more memorable birthday moments.
Wow. What a heartfelt story from our new one willing friend, Jeremy. Birthdays often do bring memorable once-in-a-lifetime moments. And even though it came a bit later in Jeremy's life than the average person, a first kiss on your 25th birthday is an excellent example of what I'm talking about. Each birthday holds unique memories, and sometimes, as you'll hear with our next guest, those memories can be with completely unexpected people. All of the legal stuff aside, what's your name?
My name is Aria.
Aria?
Yeah.
Aria, I like that. Is it from is it the Game of Thrones character?
No,
Isn't there a Game of
but
Thrones
I get
character?
that all the time.
Okay.
I think it's because it's opera song, right? It's a kind of song from an opera. It's spelled with an I, not a Y. The Game of Thrones character is a Y, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's a very pretty name. I like
Thank
it.
you.
Very unique name. I don't think I've met an Aria. Have y'all?
Really?
I don't think I have.
I've met quite a few Arias, actually.
Really? Aria, tell me a little bit about yourself. What are you doing out here today in Centennial Park?
We were on a college visit because I'm a rising senior.
Nice.
We went to Belmont.
Great.
And we did every single tour. I don't know. We spent the whole morning there from like 8:45 to 1.
What was that like?
It was really nice, actually. It was really pretty there.
Well, that's exciting. Good luck. Hopefully, when this podcast comes out, maybe you might know where you're going or have a better idea. Then years from now, you can look back and maybe you change your mind, maybe you don't. But I'm glad that you're talking with me today. So I want to talk to you about today's question.
Mm-hmm.
When's your birthday first?
October 16th.
October 16th. How old are you?
16.
16. So do you have a favorite birthday memory that comes to mind?
Okay. That comes to mind, I think one of them, I went to this water park with one of my friends, 7th grade maybe, I think.
Yeah.
But this person I was friends with for a solid like month. And for some reason that birthday always just sticks out to me. And I literally was not friends with them for like very long at all.
Yeah.
But I had a brilliant time there. And then
What water park? Was it Six Flags?
no, I have no idea. It was some obscure water park.
Okay.
I don't even think he knows what I'm talking about.
Well, you said 7th grade, right?
Maybe 7th, maybe 6th. It was definitely in middle school.
Okay.
It was my friend. Her name was Talia, I think.
Shout out to Talia.
Shout out Talia. She was a dancer, so I don't even know how I met her. But yeah, I don't remember. It was just really fun. I went with her family. I don't even know if my family came.
On your birthday?
Yeah.
Interesting. What's something that sticks out in your mind about that day, outside of like you went with a friend that you, I guess, weren't friends with for that long?
Yeah.
Again, Talia, if you're listening, maybe we can reconnect. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I still have her phone number.
Yeah, reach out. But like anything about that day that sticks out in particular?
I don't even really remember it that much. It was an indoor water park, I think. And all I remember is after, like, when I got home, I was like, that was the best day ever. I want to replay that day every single day of my life.
Wow.
But I don't even remember what happened during the day, so I'm pretty sure I got sunburned too.
In the indoor water park?
Yes, I think we had to stand in line for a really long time.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. Let me reframe the question. Is that your favorite way, would you say, to celebrate your birthday? Going to a water park?
No, I think I like celebrating my birthday with a small group of people. So like having like that one friend.
Yeah.
But I think I would have liked it better if my family was there. Or at least my parents, maybe not my siblings.
I mean,
They're
yeah.
a little...
Yeah, so it sounds like you like to kind of have get-togethers with friends for your birthday.
Yeah, but not a lot, because I had a birthday where I had a big Halloween party because my birthday is really close to Halloween.
Yeah.
And everybody dressed up. And I remember it, but I just don't, I feel like I didn't have as much fun because I wasn't able to actually really interact with a bunch of people because there were so many.
Yeah. So you like kind of keep in like a close circle and having people that you can have deeper combos with and stuff.
Right. Personally, I don't like having the spotlight on me. I feel like attention, but I don't like everybody to always be like looking at me like that. Yeah. The birthday song, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like it when we light the candles and everything. But I do being able to spend the day doing things that I would enjoy rather than like other people.
Yeah.
But I also want to keep in mind, obviously, I'm not inviting my friends to do something they don't want to do because then they're not going to have fun and that translates to you not having fun. But I prefer not to have the spotlight on me at all times.
I may be going out on a limb to say this, but I think we've all had a very similar water park memory. It's amazing how even a brief connection on a special birthday can create an unforgivable experience. And, like Aria said, birthday celebrations should be deeply personal. Whether you like to keep things low-key, or, if you're anything like our next guest, even if you have grand ambitions to bring out a foam machine. Lexi, right? Okay. What are you doing today in Centennial Park?
I'm here for my 22nd birthday. It's my Taylor Swift year.
Oh my gosh.
So,
when is your birthday?
It was June 15th.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Tell me a little bit about the birthday plans this weekend.
I'm actually a really bad planner.
Okay.
I try to plan and then I end up defaulting to go with the flow.
Okay.
So I wanted to do White Limousine, Bluebird Cafe where Taylor was discovered, reading in Centennial Park as Taylor put it in a song.
As much as I'm sure you'd all love to hear more about the many odes to Taylor Swift hidden in and around Nashville, Tennessee, things got a little bit more interesting when I asked Lexi what she thought her all-time favorite birthday memory was.
I actually was trying to think about it when we were walking around the rest a little bit after I saw the sign. Last summer, I did check off my bucket list. I wanted to go to Italy and swing off the halyard of a sailboat.
Oh.
And so I did that, and it was like, when I was sitting in the water after I did it, I was like, oh my God, all my dreams came true. And then it was like, now I'm in Italy. Where are all my friends at? I'm all the way over here.
So you soloed?
My mom went with me.
Oh, okay.
So I studied in Italy for the summer, and then I was like, I'll just stay over here for my birthday. Because I was debating, I usually do like a big party, and we have a water slide and shaving cream battles, and I get to smack all my friends with shaving cream, and everyone ends up super messy. And we had like this foam machine one year. That was probably my favorite. Okay. Was the foam machine. My mom had a friend who made some janky foam machine. Okay. And so it just filled the whole backyard, and then the water slide ended up filled with the foam, and nobody could breathe. It was really weird, but it was super awesome.
Would you say that's a better memory?
That's probably the favorite memory, but also the swinging from the halyard off the coast of Italy.
How do you think people should celebrate their birthdays? What advice do you think you could give to anyone listening?
Like your birthday is not about anyone but you. And so if you are the most comfortable and the most content, like just going on a new adventure with one person or by yourself, like just do that.
Lexi's birthday stories and general life outlook are full of excitement. From bucket list adventures to wild childhood foam parties, they really show how birthday celebrations can change as you get older. Lexi's birthday philosophy is all about finding what feels right for you in the moment, and we couldn't agree more. Now, let's see how our next guest applies that same philosophy to his birthday in a more sugar-infused celebration.
I'm a software engineer by trade.
Okay.
And I, for a long time, taught people how to program. I went into running engineering teams, and right now I've got my own little software consultancy.
Okay. What's it called?
Wind Triad.
Wind Triad.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing software for about 2 decades.
Wow. Do you like it? It sounds like you do, based on the response.
I do. I love it and I hate it.
Like
I'll either move
jobs,
to a farm someday or...
yeah, I know what you mean. So I wanted to ask you, not a smooth transition at all, but a little bit about today's question. When's your birthday?
October 15th.
October 15th. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is we had a guest like recently that also had the same birthday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aria. You know any Arias?
I do know an Aria.
Oh, weird. That's a weird coincidence. So October 15th, what's your favorite memory? How old are you, by the way?
Oh, that's question stopped being important at some point.
Yeah.
So that means I'm old. 44, I think, this year.
44. You're not old.
No,
you're
spring
fine.
chicken.
Yeah. So 44. In your years, do you have a specific birthday that stands out as being memorable?
I have a couple memorable ones, but I'll tell you the one that comes to mind first,
Okay.
and it'll tell you a lot about me as a person.
Okay.
1 year, my family asked what I wanted for my cake, and I said a chocolate cake, and they're like, okay, any more details? Like, how hard do you want us to go? And I was like, as hard as possible, like as much, but all the things on it and around it. Like, I don't want just like a chocolate cake draped in chocolate. I want it to be decorated, an ode to the art of deliciousness.
Wow.
And
High expectations.
I don't make things easy. They probably looked on Pinterest or whatever, but they brought out my cake for my birthday, and it was just this work of art. It was this thing of beauty, just chocolate. It was dark. I don't know if the lighting like captured it, but
chocolate doesn't photograph well.
No, but like these jagged spikes of mountains of chocolate surrounded by, there was Twix and Snickers and like Ghirardelli and like just everything on it. It was like this art bomb on top of it. It was so artfully arranged.
Wow.
And
Did
for
you
me,
cry
like,
a little bit?
What's that?
Did you cry, tear up a little bit?
Maybe a tear or two.
Okay.
Yeah, it was excessive in the best possible way. I'm an over the top person sometimes, and I love chocolate, and it was wonderful. It was really good.
Yeah.
But they made it, and they did such a good job. It was so like beautiful.
Do you think it was this specific memory stands out? Were you expecting it to be as beautiful as it was, or did it just blow you away?
I think it blew me away a little. I was there. I've got some artists in the family. The kids are talented, and I thought it'd be cool, but they just really went like far with it. And so I was very impressed. I think I was blown away there. Yeah,
nice.
It's just really nice. Like doesn't have to be any better than that. It was just great.
If you're starting to get hungry for chocolate cake right about now, don't worry. I'm going to stop this interview here before things get even more decadent than they already have. Birthdays often remind us of our desires, both small and grand. And it's heartwarming to hear just how our guests celebrate their special days. And it's heartwarming to hear how so many different people decide to celebrate their special day. Now, let's turn our attention to our last two guests of today's episode, who not only have the most positive, unique perspectives on birthday celebrations I think I've ever heard, but also have an exciting new podcast. I'll let them explain in their own words. So, what are y'all's names? Carl,
Kelley Jane,
and Kelley Jane. Thank you for walking up and being part of the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Tell me a little bit about what y'all are doing today in Centennial Park.
Sir, you want to start?
you take it away. You're from here. I just flew in.
I'm a local. Really? I've been here about 5 years, and we are in the process of developing a podcast as well.
No way.
Yeah, so
Sure.
Kelley Jane flew into Nashville. This is our second pop-up podcast event.
Nice.
And we're very fascinated with what's going on here today.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your podcast.
Actually, I would probably call it a project that we're working on called Falling in Love with Happy. And we're, as Carl said, we are therapists. We won't be therapists during this project, but we hope that it is therapeutic. And one of the things that we're focusing on is engaging individuals, communities, and families in secure relationships, inward, upward, and outward, to experience the abundance of life. So really focusing on security within and without.
Yeah, could you maybe explain that a little bit? Is it security in relationships that they have in their life?
Yeah, and also with themselves.
Oh, okay,
cool. Mental health crisis, and we turn away callers, or we turn away potential clients. Gosh, every day.
We're too busy.
Yeah.
Very much in a mental health crisis, and so much of what we do as therapists is really just human relationship. So we just want to foster that.
Yeah.
The ability for people to do that for each other to the extent that they can.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how long have y'all been doing that therapy?
Wow, I've been doing therapy about 20 years now.
Really?
So I've been around a little bit, and I think what excites me about this project is, again, we're outside of a clinical office and we're out in the streets meeting people, trying to help them maybe break a little stereotype around mental health.
Yeah.
And just give us a shot just to be more secure about who they are, where they are.
I love that y'all are setting up or introducing therapy, the benefits of therapy to podcast listeners. I love hearing like people taking advantage of new technology and new mediums to reach people that might otherwise not be reached in a very chaotic media world. What's a good piece of advice you would give them, an actionable step they could take today?
I think an actionable step that we can take is, Carl and I talk about the grocery store situation where we get into automatic conversations that are just, I think we actually teach Spanish. Hi, how are you today? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Good to see you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we get in such this automatic response. I think one actionable step is to pause the response and be a little more authentic in how we answer. Not that we need to divulge exactly how we're doing, but
I do. I tell the Kroger girl everything.
Free
so I'm
therapy.
going to do this with Carl.
I stay away from the 12 items or less column just so I can talk longer.
That's awesome.
Exactly. You can like stay up there.
Stay up there. How's your day?
And then have a problem. Oh, that doesn't have
How's
a
your
price.
attachment?
I love that advice, though, because that's one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast. I think every individual person is, not to sound cliche here, is very unique, and everyone has their own lived experience and their own way of seeing the world, and everyone wants connection. And if you don't, then you're part of the 0.001% of psychopaths that are ruling the world somehow.
And they have their own podcast now.
Yeah. So I saw y'all waiting very patiently as I was talking to the last guest, but if you thought all about what your favorite birthday memories are.
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
You have a very specific one. Go for it.
When I turned 40, I jumped out of an airplane in a tandem skydive
Okay.
that morning. And so I was 2 miles above the earth. They opened the door and everything inside of me said, sit still, while the guy pushed me towards the door. And as I jumped out, that feeling of falling 120 miles an hour towards the earth is incredible.
Yeah.
And then we had a big party at a Mexican restaurant with all-you-can-eat Mexican food.
Okay. So it was a
that
great
day
all
was
around.
all about me, and I love being the topic of the day.
Hold on. Let's backtrack a little bit because there's multiple layers to that answer. So skydiving. Let's talk about that.
Sure.
You said the feeling was like nothing else. Could you maybe describe it in words that someone that's never done it before could relate to?
Exhilarating comes to mind.
Okay.
Adrenaline pumping comes to mind.
Okay.
And then followed when the chute opens up, thankfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Do you feel
1,600
like
people a year, their parachute doesn't open.
that's true.
So when it opens, you're very thankful.
Yeah.
And I've jumped again since then.
Nice. How many times?
Just one more time. And it wasn't near as fun because that first time creates such a surge of dopamine in your brain. You can't ever duplicate that.
Okay, understood. I want to skydive one day, so I'm gonna refrain and wait until I need that hit. And I don't want to
It'll
become
provide it.
I don't want to become a drug addict, so I'm gonna wait till I'm at my worst moment and then go. Let me ask you really quick.
Okay.
What was your favorite birthday memory?
Ironically, it was also my 40th birthday, which wasn't nearly as long ago as Carl's was. And unlike Carl, I do not like to be the center of attention.
Okay.
I can teach a class, but as soon as the attention just focuses on me, I'm super uncomfortable. So I had a friend who really wanted to do a big shindig, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. And so every year from 40 until now, a group of 5 of us, my 5 kind of cohort of women, get together and we travel in January to a place in Montana called Chico Hot Springs. And we rent a cabin. We dance at the bar and have a few drinks and have a really good dinner. We cross-country ski in Yellowstone National Park.
That sounds incredible.
Come back to soak, have another night of dancing and dinner, and then I get to go home to my family, and they're usually meeting me with yet another dinner.
Yep.
and cake and all the mom and sister and daughter and now wife hugs. And so I get like my cohort of girlfriends, and then I get surrounded by family. But it's this more circular experience where all of us count the same. It's not really, it's a weekend for all of us, and I like that.
Has that been your whole life, or is that something as you've gotten older?
Yeah, no, I think I grew up in the 80s and family birthday. Like you had 8 invitations in a pack, so you could invite 8 people to your birthday party.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it was in your home, and it was just really cozy, and there were games, but the games were for everyone. It wasn't just about that birthday person, and you gave everyone a little parting gift, a party favor.
Yeah.
And so I think that just feels really comfortable for me, and that was always about who are those 8 people in my life. But we did not take our invitations to school because you don't talk about your birthday party. You only get to invite 8 people, and it's not nice.
Yeah,
that's right. You get haters.
And so
it's
you
a very
mailed them.
exclusive event.
Right, it's very exclusive. No, it just felt very intimate and close and playful. It was a playfulness that included every person there.
And it sounds like that's the theme that you like carry on into adulthood, and when you can dance and drink and have a good time. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so let me ask a few questions, and both of y'all can chime in now that I understand where you're both coming from. What do you think a birthday should be for someone? How should you think about a birthday?
I think a birthday should be just like when you sit in your car and there's a rearview mirror and there's a windshield. I think it's important to look in that rearview mirror and say, wow, where have I been? But our windshield's bigger is like, where are we going? But without kind of reflecting on the past, I'm not sure what I want to change for my future. So I like to say birthdays is that great day to pull over, get all the bugs off the windshield, make sure your mirrors are clean, check your fluids, brakes,
go to
airbags,
a doctor, get a full
and let's go,
colonoscopy.
Baby. Let's go. Yeah. Sure, as you get older, those are part of the maintenance. They got the little poop in a box now. You put it on the front porch. It's actually very cool. Did it about a month ago.
Oh, so great. I don't have to worry then. I like that. What about you? What do you think?
Actually, that's funny because I wouldn't have used the car metaphor, but I really like the car metaphor.
Thank you.
Just a moment to look back. Where have I come? And again, where I'm going. I think one of the questions that I like to ask myself, but I do also encourage my client, hey, let's just forward to like when you're 80. And what are you going to be looking back on? What are you going to be reminiscing about? And those things that we reminisce about, that really tells us a lot about our values. And are you living the life that is reflective of that? So looking back and then setting, again, just reestablishing, where am I headed? What is my 80-year-old self wanting me to do this year to get to that place where I find contentment?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an excellent answer. Wow. I will not keep going anymore. Thank you so much for talking.
Sing happy birthday.
If you want to.
Ready? Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday, dear Kelley. Happy birthday to you.
That's right, folks. Happy birthday to me. Just kidding. What an incredible journey we've had through birthday memories on this episode. From Jeremy's heartfelt first kiss to Lexi's adventurous escapades in Italy. Even the sweet surprise of a cake that sounds like an up-and-coming Ben & Jerry's flavor. It's clear that birthdays can take on many different forms and have many different meanings to many different people. As we've heard today, whether you love the celebrations or prefer a quiet day to reflect on yourself, what truly matters is making your birthday your own. It's a time to savor the moments, cherish the connections, and maybe even set intentions for the year ahead. I want to give a big shout out to all the guests of today's episode who, wittingly or unwittingly, sat down with me on my actual 29th birthday. It's truly a birthday I'll never forget, and it's made me think a lot about how I want to jump into my 30th birthday this time next year. As always, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you've enjoyed today's episode. Until next time, happy early or late birthday, depending on when you're listening to this. And may all your future birthdays be filled with joy, laughter, and unforgettable memories, just like the guest of today's episode. This is Kelley Boston signing off. We'll see you next week.